Shall we?
Yo, what's going on everybody, Ownage here. In this video, as you can see, I got a beta pass from our good friend Aza. One quick thing to note here, once you actually get your hands on a pass from a friend or whatever, it will duplicate at least 6 or so times to spread out more passes to people so they can play as well. So even when it's not a stress test, you'll be able to actually have some games with your friend. However, in this video, I am going to discuss some issues I have run into when playing competitive. Now please keep in mind guys, that this is still in beta. So all the stuff that I am about to bring up will probably be fixed before it actually releases. To start us off with some issues, I want to talk about hackers. Now, I have run into at least 4 hackers. There are most likely going to be more than that. In this video, you will see gameplay of me running into a hacker. This is a very big issue, especially since TF2 is a free-to-play game. It is a lot easier and accessible for people to start hacking in TF2. And that is not a good sign for matchmaking. It's not like in CSGO where if someone hacks, they get banned, they will have to spend more money to get the game again. Since TF2 is a free-to-play game, all they have to do is create a new email and go again. So Valve really needs to improve their VAC system, or even put an Overwatch system like they have in CSGO to really stop these hackers from continuing to hack in TF2 and ruin the competitive experience. Even though Valve has put in that new report player system, it doesn't even do anything. I tried to report this player and nothing has even happened. It doesn't even get kicked from the game, let alone doing something in the future for him. The second topic I want to discuss is ranks. So far, I do understand it is in beta, but I want to bring up CSGO's way of ranking people compared to TF2's. The way CSGO ranks people is really nicely done. You win games, you move up. Simple as that. Also, you get a hint to when you are actually going to rank up because you are playing against people of higher skill levels than you or higher ranks than you. When you are starting out in CSGO, you have no rank, you just play as unranked. And depending on how well you go within those few games, you actually can be put in gold or whatever depending on how well you did. Whereas in TF2, you all start off at rank 1, which in my opinion is a very big mistake. Because let's say you got new people starting off in the game. They'll be playing against people who realistically should be a way higher rank than them. And it really won't be fun for people who are getting destroyed every single game that they play, who won't be getting the best experience that they can from competitive TF2 to say to their friends, oh, let's all play this game together, we'll all lobby up and whatnot, because they'll be getting destroyed every game. And even if you're solo queuing, it won't be fun for your team as well as yourself because your team is still learning how to play, while the other team has already learned how to play and they should be death merchant or whatever the ranks they are. And at the moment, you can play against whoever. There is really no barrier between ranks at the moment. However, this will probably be fixed when it finally releases. And that is one main thing I would like Valve to change about how you start off when playing matchmaking on TF2. Another problem is, I'm not sure if you guys have run into the same problem, but it is people leaving just before the game ends, so they do not lose XP. And it just wastes everyone's time on that competitive server because no one else gains XP either, the team who is actually going to win. They really need to put harsher consequences for people who leave during competitive games, like in CSGO. I really hope they follow the way CSGO's punishments are for people who leave during ranked play. Because in CSGO, if you leave during a ranked game, you can't play competitive for 30 minutes, then it moves up gradually from there. The highest I have seen is a 1-week ban, and I'm sure if you keep doing it, it will go even higher from there. And that is a great way, in my opinion, to punish people from leaving competitive games. Now, the last topic I want to bring up before this video ends is comparing how much XP you gain compared to when you lose games. It isn't very fair, and here is a screenshot of what it looks like, if you haven't seen it already. That is a very big difference to how much XP you gain from wins to how much XP you lose from games. Also, something to keep in mind, I have noticed that if you're playing against people who are in higher ranks than you are, then you gain more. And if you lose to them, you don't lose as much XP. That is very well done on Valve's behalf in my opinion, because you don't want to get slaughtered by someone who is a way higher rank than you are and lose all this XP when there was nothing you could do about it, when your team is just standing there like, well, the other team has obviously had competitive experience outside of matchmaking before it's even come out, and well, we're just standing here getting used to it and we're going to get slaughtered and lose all our XP when there's nothing we could really do about it. Now, I know I brought up CSGO's rank system and some people might not like CSGO, but their ranking system has been done really well. And since it is made by the same company, they could use some ideas from CSGO's rank system and implement it into TF2. Obviously, they are not going to make a complete copy of CSGO's rank system. It has to be somewhat different for TF2. but have some of the basics from CSGO system, because it is obvious that CSGO system is working. Look at how big that game is, and if you implement some of the stuff, not all, but just some of the basics, TF2 might follow, while having some of CSGO system whilst being different. Other than that, let me know your thoughts down below for matchmaking and what Valve could do to make it better before it finally releases, as we get closer and closer to TF2's competitive matchmaking finally being released. Hope to see you all in the next one, and bye bye for now.